The meaning of this is that these people have hearts that are wicked, and they focus on evil. They teach what is evil and spread any falsehood which suits their depravity. They are men who are, Paul's words, destitute of the truth. Okay, so he's just building upon these types of people. They have wickedness on their minds, and they don't care if they tell untruths. Not to bring in, because we are done with the political season. But if you can watch these people during the campaigns, and they just utter lies. And nobody calls them out on it. Nobody questions them on it. That's the type of people we're speaking about here. And there are people that are in churches that teach just like this. They just lie. They just make stuff up out of the word. They don't have any basis in reality in the word. And they just say whatever comes to their minds. Unfortunately, there are actually people like that in churches that are teaching. And, this is a problem that we have allowed into our society. There's nothing you can do about it because we have freedom of religion in this country. And so, you have to let people teach what they're going to teach. But it's very sad because there are people that have exactly this attitude. And as it says, they are destitute of the truth. They have no truth in them at all. Their moral fiber is completely broken down. And whatever they want, they will say, this is, I gave this example probably in class before, but I went to meet a guy that I went to Israel with, and he was visiting a church up in St. Peter, Tampa or something. So Hideko and I went up there to see him, and he spoke at the church for maybe 30 or 40 minutes. But the pastor got up after he spoke, and it was kind of a charismatic church anyway, but he just got up and he just started lying. The Lord just told me that we need somebody to mop the floor on Sunday, and who's going to do that? And the Lord just told me, and he was standing there saying these things, just one after, he was giving a bucket list of all the things that he wanted done, and he's saying, claiming that the Lord's telling him, and he must have said it 5 times. The Lord told me this, and the Lord told me that. It was always something that had to do with helping him out, a selfish, thing, like the Lord is there to minister to this guy alone. That's the kind of person that should not be in the pulpit. He's just misdirecting people. Vincent's word studies of the words destitute of the truth says that the meaning of this indicates that they once knew the truth, but they put it away from themselves. Thus they have nothing but that which is false to pass on to their hearers. Okay? They know, people that are in politics know what's true. They know when they're lying to their people, but they also know that their people won't care if they lie to them. And so they lie instead of telling the truth. And eventually it just becomes almost truth in their own mind. They can't even process what's true anymore. And that's exactly what's happening. And that's the seared conscience. It's the conscience that says I can say whatever I want to get the means of gain that I want, which is going to be the next point, by the way. But they have nothing but that which is false to pass on to their hearers. This type of person doesn't look to Christ for godliness at all. Instead, Paul says, here it is, they suppose that godliness is a means of gain. Okay? And I would say that there are more preachers and teachers in America that this particular set of words fit than the previous one. In other words, there are people in the previous category, they're destitute of the truth, that look at being in the ministry as a means of gain. Okay, but there are also people that are not destitute of the truth, but they are in the ministry because they see it as a means of gain. Okay, they know the truth, they're willing to teach it, but their idea is I'm going to get enriched by being in the